Hey, how we doing everybody? This is Chris Duffy here. I am a commercial real estate broker and investor based out of Florida. And today I just kind of wanted to make a quick video going through a few tools that I like to use to generate leads and just kind of the high level process here. So the first thing is that it all starts with good data. And what I mean by that is actually, if you're prospecting, actually knowing who the true owner, who the true shot caller is of a property that you're prospecting to, whether you are a broker or an investor. That's vital. It's a total waste of time if you're not calling the right people, right? So it all starts with good data. Now there's some paid commercial real estate subscriptions. They're not cheap. CoStar and Reonomy are two big ones. There's a few others, but those are the two big ones I hear people using. So now you can go in there, whether you do retail, industrial, mobile home parks, it doesn't matter. You can go in there and pull data from there, properties, owners, all sorts of good things like that. And it's by and large pretty accurate. My favorite thing to use is government websites. So whether that's like county or city data. Some drawbacks to that are they're a little janky to use. Not all of them are created equal. And you have to be careful because some don't let you pull their data. Okay, so now that you've pulled data from these websites, again, whatever type of properties that you're pulling, you're gonna wanna know who the true owner is of that property, who the true shot caller is, right? So by and large, most commercial real estate is going to be in some kind of corporation, all right? It's gonna be in an LLC, an S Corp, whatever. So it's not gonna have somebody's true name. And now if you have these paid subscriptions, sometimes it will tell you, but by and large, you do have to dig around. So a couple websites I use that are free are Open Corporates and Bizpedia. There's a few others as well. Those are free. If you do like a ton of searches, they do make you buy a subscription, but even that's really not, it's pretty modest. All right, so now let's say we know who the true owner is of a property that we want to prospect to. You need some contact information. Once again, going back to the paid commercial real estate tools, it will provide you usually a contact. I have found it's hardly ever accurate. So doing your own skip tracing, I think will pay dividends for you, okay? So a few different sources that I have used in the past are Batch Leads, White Pages, and then IDI is another. And some of these are free, some of them are paid. So they can range anywhere from like 10 cents a hit upwards of like almost $2, depending on the quality of the data. All right, so now let's say we've got phone numbers or emails to all of these different prospects for these properties that you want to go after. Now you got to get in touch with them, right? So my favorite thing to do is cold call, all right? I could go into a whole bunch of other different ways to get in touch with people, but by and large, that's my favorite thing to do. And obviously, if you have a cell phone, you can just go ahead and get started, but I personally think a dialer is very beneficial. Basically a dialer, you put in all of the prospects' information and it'll kind of automate and it just moves quite a bit faster. There's some drawbacks to using it, which I'm not really gonna go into, but you can have hiccups with little contact rates and things like that. But by and large, I found them to be very beneficial. The specific one I use is called Phone Burner. That I wanna say I pay around $160, $165 a month. But there's a whole bunch of other ones. I should have an affiliate link for Phone Burner, which I can try to drop in the description, which might save you a couple dollars. And then finally, I think what everybody should use, again, whether you're a broker, investor, whatever you do in real estate, even just really any business, is a CRM. So a customer relationship manager, I think is what it stands for. And pretty much that keeps track of all of your data. Like think about if you're talking to like thousands of people throughout there's no way you're gonna remember to follow up with them or remember the details of every conversation or their property. So the best one I have found, the most user-friendly, because I am not a techie guy, is Pipedrive. So it's a really, really good one if you're kind of like me, especially for real estate, and essentially just lets you keep track of everything, all your deals, all your leads, lets you set follow-ups. So, if you're talking to somebody and they say, hey, I'm not ready to sell my property right now, but try me in 3 months or something, log all that in your CRM and just set a little reminder. And then in 90 days, it says, hey, don't forget to call so-and-so back and remind them about, oh, that thing you talked about and that special little detail or something. It could go a long way. Just kind of high level, some stuff that I use, kind of my process. I'm sure everybody's a little bit different. Would love to hear yours. Feel free to drop a comment. Let me know. Hopefully you found this helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.